Good morning. It's weird. Every time I go from photo to video, it like zooms in. So I posted a video yesterday, and then I took it down. I posted it because those who needed to see it saw it, so they got the message. I didn't want to offend anybody, so I took it down because the language I was using, right? There was some language in there that could be considered offensive to others. So today I kind of just wanted to talk about the language and the messaging that we're using. I also saw a disturbing video on the internet that just was absolutely uncalled for. Absolutely uncalled for. So not only did she use the wrong language, but the context in which she used it was very offensive. And she deliberately said it that way. And that's ignorance. That's straight up ignorance. You know it and I know it. That's straight up ignorance. I'd like to have 2 seconds with that lady. 2 seconds. And if my words didn't work, I'd probably be using my fists now. Back in the day, maybe, but now I gotta learn to walk away from stuff like that. Like, I'm not. People who are ignorant, got no time for it. But karma's a bitch and it will come around, so she's gonna get hers, I'll tell you that. Because that shit was unacceptable. Unacceptable. Coffee. Coffee mug's a little chipped. A little chip. Like in Beauty and the Beast. So yeah, working with families and talking to various people, I always have to have a strategy on like how I'm going to handle it, and I always like to prepare myself and do a preliminary before I meet with them. But then when somebody walks into the community, I gotta kind of think on my feet. But kind of knowing the environment and observing kind of helps me figure out how the strategy I'm going to use. Again, I am being taught that language and messaging is huge. What message am I trying to portray? How am I trying to get it across? And what language am I going to use, right? I may talk with my girls a different way than I talk to someone that I'm working in a business with, you know? Words have different meanings. But again, it's all how you use those words and in the context around it, right? So that's kind of what came to my mind today as I drink my coffee, getting ready to do some laundry. So what language are you going to use today? What messaging are you going to put out there? And look at what message or what I'm trying to get it out. I'm trying to strategize here, right? So if I wanted to be professional, I'd be all dressed up. I'd have an office behind me, right? I can do that. I can do that. But I just woke up. It came to my mind, putting it out there as Sherry. Then we get into Sherry versus Cheryl, right? I was born with the name Cheryl. All of my sisters, we all have an SLB. That was our initials, right? Stephanie, Cheryl, and Sarah. But they always called me Sherry. Growing up, my family, people who were close to me, called me Sherry. In school, teachers would call me Cheryl because that's what my name was on the roll call, right? as we got older and we were in class, teachers would call me Cheryl, and my friends would be like, I didn't know your name was Cheryl. I thought it was Sherry. So we'd joke about it and we'd say, Cheryl's my professional name, and Sherry is, my more like fun, loving, carefree, spirited name, if you would say, So when I'm at the office, I'm Cheryl, and when I'm out of the office, I'm Sherry. And some of the people I work with are on my Facebook, or they watch some of these videos, and they're like, oh my God, it's so nice to see you in a different way than what we see you at work, because they know I'm so professional at work. And even my professionalism at work is still like I have to add some fun into it, but it's how I present myself. But then someone said to me, oh, well, how can you be professional at work, and then when you go into the supermarket and you run into a family member, how do you stay professional? And I'm like, well, I have to let them know I'm a human being too. I have to be compassionate. Because it's funny, like, they can see that with the Cheryl side, I'm smart. I know what I'm talking about. I'm still learning, believe me. Like, it's learning every day. Like, it's not easy at all. And every client or family that I meet with is completely in a different situation. And then when I see them out, they see another side of me. So it's funny, I've actually run into some family members when I'm out drinking at the bar, and they're different than when they met me. But I also know that whatever they've told me in confidence stays in confidence. That's not the time nor the place to discuss it. If they want to discuss it, we can set an appointment and I'll meet with you at the office, or I can meet you for coffee or something like that. I take confidentiality very serious. I wouldn't want someone to talk about my stuff. If I'm going to talk about me, I'm going to talk about me. I'm going to tell you what I'm going through. There's going to be people out there that talk about me. I really don't care. But what I am is I'm loyal. So I'm not going anywhere. I said that I'd be there for you. I meant that I'm going to be there for you. I may not like how you treat me at times, but we're going to work through that, because maybe you don't like how I treat you at some things. So that's something we have to work on and we have to fix. But as far as the loyalty goes, I'm a loyal gal. So have a good day.